So yeah, so I adjusted some things and decided to go for a more, I don't know, I don't want to say modern. I guess modern's the look. I don't know. Oh hey, here's Cynthia. Well done. There you go. Happy New Year, everybody. I was wearing my hat yesterday, honey. It felt more, well no, but yeah, but it felt more appropriate yesterday than it does today. She's giving me the face. Okay, well, I'm wearing this hat until it dies, basically, because that's what happened last time. That's why I turned it off, because it was dying. Yeah, yeah,
Turn it off.
yeah. I'm only here for the tech issues at the start of the stream. Hey, ZP, I don't appreciate your negativity, man. All right, that's not fair. Catch me out at the first reset. Wow. That hurts. Yeah, we got some interesting news today. That Puckett no longer a part of the Overwatch League. I knew that already, but cool that it's out there. Happy for him. Obviously, he's gonna crush it. He's one of the best in the business ever. I mean, I'm done here. I don't even know why I shouldn't even have a job anymore. It is definitely a huge loss for the Overwatch League. There was some spicy discussion I saw on my feed today regarding Overwatch content. That I actually have a video that I'm going to be working on. Yesterday on the stream, I talked about identity, content identity. And I thought about this long and hard. And one of my favorite YouTubers is the guy who goes by Force Gaming. The reason why I like his content is because, he talks about the things he's passionate about. He covers, a broad scope of subjects. But he just kind of does the things he wants to make, and I've always kind of operated in that capacity where I've just worked the games I want to work, and that's that. So I'm going to follow that same kind of mentality when it comes to content creation. Imperium says, Happy New Year. Really admire you as a caster and esports professional. I'm a caster myself. Thanks for being a positive influence. Thank you so much, man. He signed off by saying you kick ass. Thank you, man. I try not to be as violent, but I'm kidding. Thank you, buddy. If Avast and ZP cast is here, it'd be amazing. Have Doa be the new host. I mean, it all depends on what people want to do, right? Obviously, that's the important bit of all this, right? For example, I'm not really that wild about hosting, especially when I was first getting into it. I always identified myself more so as a caster than a host. But, obviously people have their preferences on what they want or what they like of you as a talent. And I think because of that, it kind of just fell in line with what I needed to accomplish, for us, for my family. And that's why I ended up getting into hosting more so than commentary. Trying to get back into commentary, but it's a lot harder than you think. It's also a very, very deep pool of talent when it comes to commentary. You and Bravo, best duo since Sunny and Puckett. Oof, Sunny and Puckett were great. I actually went to Sunny the other day, Charity, and I told, not the other day, but it was a while ago, and I was like, dude, man, I used to love your commentary. And he flat out told me, man, I was awful. But I love Sundance, man. He just added to it. You could tell he just loved it. It was great. Commentary also requires game-specific knowledge. Yes and no. I think you can commentate, but also not be like you can still commentate a game at a high level and provide that excitement. I think you can be like mid-level on understanding. If you want to have those memorable moments, be able to make those quality plays even more quality. You having that deep knowledge does help, but you don't necessarily need to be like 100% expert in order to execute as a play-by-play commentator. Analytical commentary is a whole different story. Yes, you need to have that expertise, but a play-by-play commentator, and I've done this a lot too, by the way, which is part of the reason why I'm defending it, is that as a play-by-play commentator, you oftentimes have this ability to be able to weave the story, and then you would lean on your analytical commentator to fill in, or as I would like to say, dot the I's, cross the T's. You're kind of setting everything up, and then they're knocking it down. That's, if you're not too sure of how to execute it further, that's usually the best way to go about doing it. Is that the best way to go about doing it long term? No, it is not. If you have a desire to commentate a game long term, well, I mean, you're an idiot if you don't like try and learn the game wholeheartedly. But sometimes you would get a gig like last minute. You'll be presented with something that you're just not too familiar with. Like, for example, I did a racing event last year in London. Now, I don't even have a driver's license. I'm not much of a racing game individual. I enjoy them, but I'm not an expert. But I was able to weave a story with the basic knowledge of introducing the viewer to this world. And then I have my co-commentator, Ali Tack, who's probably one of the best analytical racing game commentators out there, bar none. He would be the one to just color in between the lines. It really worked out well. You know, and it's just a matter of weaving the story in the direction that you feel like it needs to be woven. So you need to have knowledge on specific vocab for certain games. Yes, and that is true, right? But you need to have that vocab knowledge because, you know, for example, when I said two-piece when I was casting Halo, I remember people got really mad about that. You were like, it's a freaking Call of Duty guy calling it a two-piece. Like, yeah, no, it's not a two-piece. It's a double kill, right? That's it. Game-specific terminology and knowledge is obviously an important thing to have. It's not something that's like be-all, end-all because some games share same basic terms, but it does help when you're clued in. That's something that I do pride myself on. I've always been, you know, just in the know when it comes to the games itself. So I do think that certainly that helps me out, right? Like, I understand the terms because I'm reading Reddit. I'm seeing what the pro players are saying on Twitter. I'm watching the videos. So I know the terminology. I may not know the deepest of the meta when it comes to certain things, but I understand the top level to the mid level of the game. Then, you know, as I work a game further, I learn the deeper intricacies of the meta and then begin to pick up on it, because you tend to notice certain kinds of habits and traits as you cast games. Players will always opt for the strategies that win them the game, right? It died. It died. You know, you'll pick up on said habits over time. ZP's dropping knowledge right now, people. So if we're not all reading what ZP's saying, we're clearly ruin it for ourselves. He says, I also think play-by-play casters who aren't proven really fuck up trying to chase Reddit or Twitch clout by getting overhyped. That is true. It is a very common thing where I would cast for people, I'm not going to name names, and they will open up Twitch chat, or they would open up like Reddit. I would open up Reddit when I was hosting a desk, because oftentimes Reddit would be talking about the things that that we would talk about, right? Like on the desk. So I think it helps to create the conversation, but it's not the be all end all of the conversation. But when you're commentating and you got people open up Twitch chat or whatever, let me tell you, if you open up Twitch chat and you're a new commentator, okay, that's the first problem. Second problem, you read a negative comment about you, it's going to be in your head the whole time. And then you're going to be overcompensating. And here's the thing, you just got to go out there and play your game, right? I know it sounds like I'm trying to talk about players, but I'm not. I'm talking about like commentators. You just got to go out there and play your damn game. Do the thing that you know how to do, or that you like to do, right? If you're weaving who you are for the sake of Reddit or Twitter or whoever the hell is you know, your target audience, you're doing it wrong, man. Like, I used to think that, like, yeah, you know, community is important. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying community is important. But when you're in that moment, especially when you're, you know, riding on the saddle with somebody else, right? You have to be focused on them. You can't pull up Reddit, Twitter, Twitch chat, YouTube chat, Mixer chat. You can't pull up any of those, or else you're going to throw yourself off. You're going to throw yourself off completely. And then at that point, you've essentially ruined yourself. And you've also ruined the momentum of your co-commentator too. And if you're solo casting, oh my God, you have no one to help you. You have no one to support you. So at that point, you're screwed. And then it's just, you're just down the drain.